1 year later, Christie was arrested, he confessed and was hung for his crimes.
The Home Secretary is under increasing pressure from MPs tonight after patrol cars were withdrawn from the streets of York because the police force said it couldn't afford to pay for petrol.
From today, routine car patrols in York are a thing of the past, taken over by pedal power and officers walking round the city. The decision's equivalent to taking a third of York's 15 vehicles off the road.
York is a relatively compact urban area, which means that officers using bicycles and walking can actually target a substantial number of areas in a much more effective way, perhaps than they can by whizzing past in cars.
The main reason for the cash crisis is a surge in pensions.
Well, I think it's intolerable, not embarrassing, intolerable that police operational effectiveness is undermined because of this long-standing problem of funding police pensions.
The Home Office says the way the money's spent is a matter for the Chief Constable and the police authority.
There's been a massive and sudden increase in the number of recorded cases of dysentery in Yorkshire and Humberside. Public health officials believe they could be facing an epidemic.
This highly infectious disease affects mainly children. In the past month in East Hull, there have been 70 notified cases of the strain of dysentery known as Shigella sonnei, 20 of them in less than a week. In the first 6 months of this year, there were 141 cases in the whole of Yorkshire and Humberside.
If people don't wash their hands properly after they use the toilet, they can get contaminated material on their hands, and purely by shaking hands with somebody or touching a surface that somebody else then touches, that second person can develop the disease.
In the last epidemic, many schools on Humberside closed down for several days. A teacher who experienced the effect that had says attitude is the key to preventing it happening again.
They start at the age of 3+ being trained that when they go to the toilet, part of going to the toilet is washing your hands afterwards.
Dysentery isn't life-threatening, but district health authorities are distributing leaflets to GPs and schools outlining prevention techniques.
Football now and some action in a moment, but first there were some mixed results for the region's clubs tonight. Ipswich beat Leeds 2-0, Luton 1, Grimsby 2, Tranmere 6, Barnsley 1. Huddersfield beat Wrexham 2-1, while Hull City defeated York City 3-0. But Swansea beat Rotherham 1-0. Now some action from the match between Huddersfield and Wrexham. The first of Huddersfield's 2 goals was a right-footed volley by Darren Bullock. Their second goal was scored by number 7, Chris Billy. Meanwhile, Hull City put 3 past York. This was the best from Lawford. Well done. And that's all for now. We're back at 6:15.
Now the regional outlook, sponsored by Legal & General.
Hello again. Well, you may have heard the saying, no fruit, no flowers, no birds, no leaves, November. All that sounds pretty dreary, but it hasn't been dreary at all today. It's been quite a pleasant day, just the odd shower on the southern Pennines and that wind easing off. And the good news is more to come tomorrow, but that isn't going to be the pattern for November. We can expect some rain on Thursday and probably on Friday. So talking of rain, we'll catch up on the final rainfall totals for October. Well, there we go. We actually finished up a little bit, as you can see, 51 millimetres. The monthly average is 45 millimetres. So moving on to the sunshine, down a shade there, 91 hours with the monthly average being 96 hours. So really it was a very average month. On the afternoon satellite picture today, where we can see some cloud down Lancashire, that gave some showers. It gave the odd one on the southern Pennines, but across our region, a lot of sunshine there, very little in the way of clouds, so quite a pleasant day. And really that was due to the presence of that high pressure moving in. Still quite a number of isobars there you can see on today's chart, so it was fairly windy at first, but we've got that ridge of high pressure tonight. And way on the far left, a frontal system, that's creeping towards us, and that probably will bring Thursday's rain. But on the forecast chart for tomorrow, we can see in fact that front is still held out way out to the west, so that's not going to bother us. So tonight's weather, and it's going to be a dry night. At the moment we have clear skies, temperatures are starting to tumble, and we have a light southwesterly wind. I think later on in the night, as the winds turn to the south, there may well be a few mist and fog patches around. Now I said temperatures tumbling, and in fact by the end of the night we're looking for about 1 or 2 Celsius, so it's cold with some ground frost. Tomorrow morning the sun rises at 6 minutes past 7 and sets tomorrow evening at 4:33. And tomorrow morning a sunny start, early mist, early ground frost. That's going to be clearing away, a little bit of cloud bubbling up. That sun may become a little bit hazy in the west, but a nice day, and temperature up to 12 Celsius or 54 Fahrenheit. Here's the summary chart.
Two champions, FC Barcelona and Manchester United. A clash that promises a true classic. The European match live, 7:20 Wednesday. Now, John Stalker investigates an unsolved murder which, against a background of inquiries into nuclear safety, has possible sinister overtones in Network First.